Hello, boardwalkers. I've got my board set up here today with my Strathmore drawing paper. Actually, it's my Strathmore Bristol paper, not my drawing paper, because the drawing paper is 70 pounds, and this Strathmore Bristol paper is 100 pounds or 270 GSM square. I've got a 14 inch by 17 inch or a 35.6 times 43.2 centimeter sketch pad here. And the past couple of weeks, since I had to quit that 100 tiny paintings for a minute, for a time being, I will get back to that at some point, but I just cannot do that at every day. I think what I'm going to do is, instead of making it a 100-day challenge, I'm going to do 100 paintings by this year. So we still have plenty of time to get that goal done. But anyway, I've been working the past couple of weeks on learning how to do some sketching and drawing. And in the process of my sketching and drawing with one of my artist friends who came by this past couple of weeks ago, I came up on that spring haul that we had. I had those Brusarth premium eraser pencils. I thought I would review those for you guys today. So that's what I'm doing. There's the, it's a 3-pencil set. And it says that they're premium erasers to help you perfect your work and correct even the smallest imperfections. Quality crafted erasers that allow you to erase mess-free with ease without damaging your paper, and easily sharpen your eraser just as you would a standard pencil. And as you can see, it is a standard pencil. Pre-sharpened eraser pencils allow you to highlight fine details of your piece effortlessly, create detail corrections, and brush mistakes away. Refillable pen-style erasers for continual corrections and more. Versatile in use. They're perfect to use for school or while creating fine art pieces. The expansive collection features erasers for precise removals, sketches, colored illustrations, colored pencil or charcoal drawings, and more. And these erasers are created with a soft plastic that cleanly removes marks with light pressure and no damage. So I thought we'd test these out. And they do. They look like a regular white pencil, but it's a plastic. It's a soft plastic, kind of like the white Pentel high polymer erasers. Let me see if I have one of those close by so I can show you. It's made of the same material as this poly eraser here, but you can put it in the pencil sharpener and sharpen it. Just like a regular pencil. And these apparently don't need to be sharpened because I'm not getting much off except for a little bit of wood. But I thought today I would test these I do have my high polymer eraser and my kneaded eraser. And then, of course, my little Pentel eraser. Not the Pentel, the Tombow. The Tombow Mono Zero eraser, pencil eraser. And they both have about the same tip on here. But I found these on Amazon. And I thought, those are pretty neat. I haven't seen anybody talk about an eraser in an actual pencil, wooden pencil form. And I found these on Amazon, like I said, for $5.99 US dollars, that is. And so I thought we'd check these out and see how well they erase. I've got this setup here where I was practicing, like I said, with my artist friend a couple of weeks. He was teaching me how to use graphite pencil and draw with graphite pencil, and teaching me how to blend and everything and how to get the details in here. And I just wanted to see, I kind of used this pencil eraser while we were doing these drawings, and I kind of wanted to see how well it would work on erasing fine lines in the drawing here, and how well it would work. Let me show you that. See if I can lift this without messing it up. But you can see those little bit of eraser marks. How well it would work on my various pencils. Now I have got Daler-Rowney, Royal Langnickel, the General brand, some Prismacolor turquoise pencils, some Prang drawing and sketching pencils. And then I decided I put down my Prang charcoal and some Crayola watercolor pencils. And then, of course, my trusty Multi-8 Pentel colored pencil to see how well this eraser would work compared to my Mono Tombow pencil eraser, and if it would work just as well on erasing. Now I'm just going to use this paper towel to clean off my pencil tip and see just how well this would erase any of these marks on here, if I could get such a fine line and get back any of the white of the paper. Because these would come in handy to just toss and have in my bag. I mean, for $6 US compared to the price of the Tombow, which is a good eraser, and I do like this one. I do use this one a lot, but the refills are getting to where they're a bit expensive for my budget in these days and times. So I want to try and see if it's going to erase this charcoal really well. So far, it's doing a wonderful job. Let me take a break here and introduce myself to those of you who are new to the channel. I'm CB Mac, a multimedia artist who enjoys making my own art supplies for plein air painting, urban sketching, and to use here in the studio, as you can see. So let's get back to this and see how well this pencil works. Let's see if it will clear out some of this area in here. It does take it back to the white of the paper really nicely here. That is nice. All right, let's see how it does on this Crayola watercolor. Because now most watercolor pencils you can't erase anyway. Yeah, that's not going to erase the color. Well, it might erase the black. It's not going to erase much of your watercolor pencils. And that's okay because I don't really do much erasing with the watercolor pencil. I was just curious. So that shows me that. Let's check this colored pencil. Oop, and I just pressed too hard on that and broke my tip. So let's see how easy this is going to be to sharpen. Did not plan that. So we get to test how well it's going to sharpen here. So it's sharpening off a lot of that wood. And we're going to go in here and see if we can get any of our eraser exposed. I get a little bit. Well, this may be where we have a downfall on the erasing part. All right, so let's see if we can erase any of this colored pencil. Well, it does erase the colored pencil well. Now, it does leave little bits and bobs, which might be another bit of a downfall. Trying to blow away the dust. Let's see if I can sharpen this point just a little bit more. Take off a hair more wood. There we are. All right, there we are. Okay. And work on this. And it is not damaging my paper at all. Let's see if we can put a highlight in one of my spheres over here really nicely. Oh, look at that. That is nice. Okay. Ooh, I'm liking that. All right. Now, compared to this Tombow, let's try the Tombow. I'm going to do it on this right here. Tombow has a little more oomph to it. And I feel like I can control it just a hair more. And it does okay on this charcoal. And on the watercolor, it doesn't do too well on the watercolor. But now I'm about at the end of my pencil eraser, so I'm about to have to refill this one. Well, I'm about out of my eraser on the Tombow. So, this is going to work, I think, really nicely to have. And my Tombow, I'm out of eraser, so I'm not going to be able to do that much. But as you can see, it did remove the colored pencil just as equally well as the Tombow did. So this might come in handy as a backup when I don't have my Tombow, or if, like now, I've run out of Tombow eraser refills and I still need to have an eraser to be able to get those fine little highlights and lines. And there, I've been able to sharpen that a lot better now. Again, back to the way it was when we got it. Like these others. Let's get one of these other ones out. So this is how they came. So I'm able to sharpen that up back to the way it was, and I have already used a good bit of that pencil already, eraser. So let me know in the comments below if you've ever tried these Brusarth's premium eraser pencils, or if this is something new to you. And don't forget to share this video if it was helpful for you. Click that thumbs up like button. Hit this subscribe button over here if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and then hit that bell notification to make sure you get my upcoming videos. I look forward to seeing you boardwalkers again soon. Goodbye for now.